You all should remember your grid positions. And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are in the lovely Polish city of Warsaw for the inaugural Polish E-Prix here. Here in Poland. I can't really say much more. All the drivers are slowly making their way around. The top three coming up to the grid here, of course. If they jump out on the grid, it will be a post-race penalty due to the fact they have done a big no-no. That's all I can really say. They're all lined up at the grid now. And here come the rest of the field. As you can see, Flo getting a debut pole here for the CC Racing team. Both drivers here. Kaz as well making his position at the back of the grid. Kaz and Andre are not in the right spots. Andre, you're not in the right spot. Come on. Right. 38 laps await the grid in front of us. The lights turn on. We don't have the sounds annoyingly, but the lights are on. And it's green flag racing here in Poland. It's a very tentative start from P2 there of Carl. Mido gets through and Mihailo, gets through him immediately. Denvi as well. Rocky in the mix too. The show was reserved, slightly falling through the back of the field there as we see the rest of the field trying to just cope with this opening lap. It's a very fast-paced track. I need to do the laps properly. Here we go. Laps will be fixing themselves when they cross the line for lap 2. That is not representative of who's where, but there is 4 abreast almost, into the final sector. The shortest track, I believe, we will be racing on the entire season, as the last round of the championship will take us to Toronto. So stay tuned for that next weekend to the day. Quite a few corner cuts there. I need to change all corner cuts to 0, so everyone gets 1 free lap of corner cuts essentially there. How I like it there. Nice and even, nice and fair. Denvi, Mihailo, Rocky, Flo, and all of that group are all sort of jostling at the front. Both BMWs could be on for their best points result ever, as Rocky currently holds the fastest lap. We'll see how that goes later on in the weekend. But they keep going through the kind of Canadian hairpin. Carl, the world champion, as of last weekend, we should have covered that, but wasn't really available to, given the fact the live stream ended before anything like that could happen. But if the Shoulders team score 3 points over Barrel and Afsek, Barrel is not here, but over Team Pinsky, they will be winning the Constructors title for the first season. Which is halfly right the reason they're not entering the Manufacturers Championship. Denvi is currently in the lead from Flo and Carl next to Rocky with Afsik in the mix as well. That's the best I can give you for this group in the lead. It really is. There's all big jostling for position at the back. There's a few stragglers who've fallen away from where they should be. However, my my squeaky keyboard middle button will continue going, the spacebar squeaking very loudly there, getting on my nerves a bit. But the top 5 completely different manufacturers. So could we see the first ever top 5 made of completely unique manufacturers? Not happened yet. We've had quite a few the same team up in the podium. But yeah. Rounding the official turn 2, technically not turn 1 because turn 1's a kink, into 3, 4, and 5. It has been made worse as Flo makes a mistake. Into 6 should be a very nice set of corners. 7 and 8, 9 here, kind of like the Australias turn 10 and 11. Then they've got a small little kink chicane of turn 11, and the hairpin here turn 12 before turn 13. Shooting you up and over into turn 14 and a sharp right-hander. 15 and 16 technically taken as 1 corner, what we like to see, and then this kink turn 17 before the final 3. Turn 18, 19 here, a very short technical track through turn 20 onto a widening part of the track as the top 4 separated by 0.15 seconds. But mental scenes at the moment. This lead group is the closest battle we've seen all season for the lead, by the way. So that's obviously worth a mention there. But they go through the hairpin here, kind of like Canada with their giant TV screen. We'll see what happens. Yeah, long way to go. Rocky's taking the lead here, so he could be one. Home driver getting a home podium with a German manufacturer would be something quite cool. Carl knows he could try and get the best sweep he can of an 100% podium finish this season. For every race he started, he would have a podium finish. At the moment, that is. Could today be the day where everyone is so close together? That is the question, as I don't know why my game's lagging so hard. Well, at the moment, it all seems to be pretty calm. Kaz and Andre at the end of the field. Those two trying to get as close as they can to each other. Denvi, Flo, Mihailo, Afsik, Carl, and Rocky are your top six. They're all staying within about a second of each other here. They're really, really close. Mihailo already has 16 corner cuts. That will definitely be some post-race penalties for him. Because although there's a higher CC rate for the weekend, it's still going to be penalties post-race for him. So Rocky officially leads his first laps in WEFC here. He's aiming to try and get his first ever row racing podium. For row racing win, sorry. He's already got one of those. Mihailo, they're cutting through the chicane. Cutting through the corner there. So not sure why he's constantly CCing. But it will become a problem eventually. I'm going to DM this to one of the people who is here watching. Yeah, there's your lead pack. Denvi's trying to get through as well. Everyone is still here. I thought we lost Mihailo there, but this group really is shuffling up as much as they can. It's really a fearsome fight in the front. As Mihailo keeps cutting corners quite frantically there, so we'll probably see Mihailo get some form of penalty in the coming laps due to his excessive abuse of track limits here. There is none on corner exit, which means he's been cutting insides of corners frequently. 20 cc's in 8 laps. You could do the maths. That's at least 2 a lap. And then some. So Carl here fighting with Rocky, the world champion versus the home hero, or one of the home heroes. Afsik just behind as well, one of the home heroes. Those two are trying to make history for the most poles on a podium. I don't think we've had 2 yet, but if we could, that would be very, very nice to fit into this league. But yeah, all is calm, all is quiet, and all is safe. 30 laps to go in this E-Prix. 30. And, well, hopefully we'll be able to see who comes off victorious and who can score some points for their home team. Axel, a new signing with gold in his team there for Heiken. Heiken team owner Chicken cannot race here today. Unsure as to why. I believe he's busy doing personal things. As the reason he's not shown up here today. But lap 10, I have a feeling we're going to see some people getting lapped here shortly, so be a huge shame if that were to happen, especially here in such a beautiful and scenic track. I'm sure all of you agree this is quite a lovely track and quite a nice place to sit in a grandstand and watch everything kind of ravel in front of you. Oh, Afsick trying it on Rocky, the two poles. Trying to get through. BMW here could try to lock in their best ever result of a podium and a P4. Don't think they've achieved that as of yet. I'd have to look through the record books as Rocky makes a bit of a mistake over the sausage curb. They've been flattened since the last league that raced here, but yeah, but I don't actually think this hosted a race years ago. I know that, but that's what's been brought back in such a popular demand. Quite a few drivers saying they praise the track, they love the design of it. They think it's one of the better custom tracks that they've driven on. As we see Mihailo there getting past his teammate, Mr. 25 corner cuts in 11 laps. He's really going to have to cut that down, or else it will be some big hand-in-hand penalties later in this event here. Through the hairpin they go. We'll be able to see what they can make of it. We'll be able to see what they're able to do in this beautiful, beautiful Poland circuit. Oh, big differing lines there between Rocky and Mihailo. Mihailo getting the better of him there. At the moment, it's Carl versus Afsick. Those two currently in a bit of a battle of their own for the top of the championship. Of course, Carl has already won the championship unless he gets banned and disqualified, which I think is very unlikely to happen. But, yeah. Excuse me. Oh. As we can see, quite a few drivers here under threat. Carl just in the lead here. Afsick trying to push up against his championship antagonist. His real rival here, I think, for the next season as well, depending on where he signs to. He could be a real danger. So... Lovely game lag there on lap 13 that prevents us from seeing who goes where. Afsick takes the lead then. Did at the start of the lap, but I just wanted to confirm at 100% that it wasn't just a brief one into another, then immediately loses the position. But at the moment, it is just straight up. He takes the lead. Carl, is he going to try and take it back around the outside? I'm not too sure. Those group are awfully close to some back markers now. They're getting closer and closer to a 2 at the runt end. They're not having the best of weekends so far, but who really minds? Afsick's still just in the lead. Carl is trying his best to get through on him. We hover above. Blue flags will be out here for Kaz. Blue flags, Kaz. You've got like 5 cars you need to let through here, mate. Kaz, blue flags, as we see Rocky here, fighting with Carl. We could possibly see him making an improvement on his current position against Carl. Of course, nearly out-qualified Carl, so... Kaz there finally letting through. But the next on the line will be Andre, who gets blue flag now. So Andre, move out the way, let the 4 immediate cars behind through. Go, Andre, go. The 2 BMWs still up there. They are set to score the most points for a team this weekend, I believe. Depends where Eric can finish in the other Shulver's car. Not the one you're seeing on screen, though. But, yeah. For now, it's a pretty okay lead for the pole in the Polish race. Poland are looking at their first double podium this season, I do believe. Do correct me if I'm wrong after the race, but yeah, we do love to see it. Afsik really under threat here from the world champion. The reigning world champion and currently the only world champion of the league, and hopefully he won't be the last world champion. I really do hope, as Axel jots to the pit lane, comes out just ahead of one other person. I caught that a bit late, I will admit. Yeah, there he is. I think, unfortunately, it is to retire for the Briton, which is a huge shame for him. Yeah, retiring. So, Carl retires then. Not Carl. Axel retires then on lap 16 of the race. A real big shame to see. But Afsik and Carl are level pegging across the start-finish line. 0.068 across the line, saving me from any problem, and Denvy darts to the pit lane here. Gear 1 in there, of course. But we'll see. Is it a good stop? Well, the car doesn't roll away from him. That's an alright pit stop from him. Judging by what he's doing at the moment, it would be a 3-stop from him. If we go back over to the fight for the lead of this E-Prix, you'll see it's Carl, Afsik, and Rocky. Carl temporarily had the lead, but Afsik could possibly try to benefit from that. But I'm not sure what we can see here as they all come through the newish final sector of the lap. This was all put in especially for another electric racing league, I think. In fact, this might be the first time this lap's been properly raced on. I'm not too sure. I'm sure if there was any other racing series here as well, the circuit needs to be slightly bigger, slightly wider. I need to get a car to see how wide it would be in comparison, but to scale it up, then I wouldn't really be able to tell you, but what do I know? Carl retakes the lead provisionally here, but those two really aren't leaving each other alone. Through the hairpin, lap 18 of 38. Almost at the halfway mark. Unbelievably. Yeah, we're nearly at the halfway mark. Almost went a bit insane there. Lap 19 is the halfway mark, if I'm not mistaken. Carl leads. Biggest gap we've seen from them in a while. Rocky's also staying with the pack here. Rocky's trying a move on his Polish counterpart. His accomplice in crime, I think, would be the right word. The two Poles really taking a real stance against the Estonian race leader here. Currently, Carl has the most wins out of anyone. But Rocky takes the lead. Rocky gets through into the lead of the race. Hits the wall, though. That's not going to be too good for him. But we see here Rocky trying to stay with the front two. Afsik and Carl inside each other at this current point in time. Sorry for that. But halfway through, it's still anyone's race in the top three. None of them pit either, and I'm sure we've got quite a few drivers there. What is that? 3 drivers, one of them in the top 3, who are going to get a corner cut penalty. So the person who's here could just keep on that and note that in my DMs. That would be very, very nice. Thank you. But yeah, at the moment, Carl is leading. I'm waiting for the official reports to come in. I'm pretty sure on lap 35 we'll get a CC announcement on who has what penalties. We might be able to see some disqualifications in this event as well, depending on how high people CC. So I recommend those who have quite a lot of CCs slow down with it. Don't CC as much, please. Yeah, okay, thank you. Keep updating that image that you sent me, or that text box that you sent me. That'll just be a lot easier for me to read. So Denvy there. So far, the only person to stop in this race. If you'd want to do a stop, I'd say do it around now. So you could try and go to the end on what... I'd say you could really easily go to the end on whatever compound you choose to reply to. No official compounds. It's just jump out, jump back in. Really unfortunate. I have a feeling Kaz is about to get lapped again. So Carl here doesn't pit. Kaz does, so he will get lapped again for a second time, but he will pit for a new set of tyres. He needs to jump out, jump back in to change them. He's not done that. He's just sort of stopped the car in his box and driven off again. So you jump out, jump back in, Kaz. That's what I just said. If you can't hear me, then you shouldn't be driving. But at the moment, Carl still has the lead from Rocky. This top three could change due to penalties. I'm sure there will be some as well. Yeah, at least you kept out of the way for cars lapping you. That's one thing. So Rocky has the outright lead at the moment. That top group, I feel, will definitely change up depending on how much time is gained and lost before the end of this event. CC's racking up for quite a few people. Quite a few not in the fight as well could be getting some backhanded penalties and really big fines, if you will. Well, not fines, but future race penalties. So we see Assetto making a big mistake. Rocky here fighting with Carl. We could see here Rocky claiming his first ever row racing victory if the cards are played right for him. So we see Rocky has quite a few CCs. I know for a fact he's not near that penalty window yet, but he needs to really tone it down. Let's check where Assetto is. Assetto is also miles off. So they can afford to do a few more CCs than the others around them. Carl as well. I can't confirm whether he is not or is in the CC range, but yeah, at the moment it's really anyone's game. Dutchy now getting lapped by the top three, who are just miles, leaps and bounds ahead of the nearest pack. So Dutchy will come out having freshly changed his tyres. It looks like he's spun out the pit lane there, so Mihail's going to get through on him as well. Luckily, he is a lapped car, so it's not doing too much dividends to the main battles on track, but for now, lap 24 of 38. Closing in on the final 10 laps. 10 to 11 laps. That's my... Okie dokie. Well, next lap it will be confirmed who does and doesn't have a post-race penalty. Because they are post-race penalties. You can't serve them in the events. Due to the nature of me being a single-man crew, really. Rocky there just cuts the final corner. He's not too close, but at the moment, Kaz, 15 seconds worth of penalties. So he's going to be climbing his way up towards DSQ soon. Of course, 5 seconds, then 10 seconds. They're stacked together, and then if you keep going and going and get too high, it will be disqualification. Mihailo now has 15 seconds. That has just been updated in my messages, so man in P10 would fall. Man in P4 would currently fall to P6. Flo as well now gets a 5-second penalty, and the really crucial one at the moment is Carl with a 5-second penalty. So for now, the race is all topsy-turvy. Carl will not be winning at this moment in time, which is certainly a way to say it. Unless those around him also get corner cut penalties, which are being monitored by someone who is not speaking but is here, so thank them. Kaz looking to be lapped again here, which is not exactly the way to make your debut race. He is technically assigned driver, has been since the first race of the season. Just hasn't made any races so far, which is a missed opportunity for his team. Dutchy, of course, making quite a few races under his belt here. He's a seasoned driver, I know he is. He's driven for my teams before. I think he also may have driven this track at one point in history, but I'm not too sure. But it is blue flags for Kaz, so if you could pull out the way and let Rocky, Carl, and Afsik through, Preferably not by crashing, but whatever floats your boat. Flo and Mihailo, those two are definitely going to be in penalties range if they make any big mistakes here. Rocky really shooting to the front of the field at the moment. So if he can keep it under the CC threshold, he might be able to come away with his first win, which would be absolutely sensational to see. That would be the best thing to see here in this league. He's tried for a while to try and get his first win. Not exactly sure how long his career's been going on for, but you see, yeah, he's currently got quite a nice gap. So I'm going to stop talking about him, or else something bad might happen. But we're soon to be 10 laps to go in this race. 11 to go when they cross the line, because of course the last lap is then one more lap to go. As Gold pits, he's going to come up the pit lane behind the race leaders here. He is lapped. And Andre blue flags again. Andre blue flags. Let these four go through. Two more. You're good. Go. I mean, Gold is also a back marker, but you should really let him go, which he's done. He's got through. F6 now right on the rear of Rocky here. 11 to go as the game lags a bit. F6 is going to really try his best to get through here. Farry is exponentially late. So I'm not too sure as to why he's joined now rather than at the time we did say in the server, which all people who did qualifying and an extra person showed up for. So the moment we see though Afsik and Rocky, the two Poles leading the way. Could it be the first Polish 1-2 for two drivers not in the same team? That would be something. As my game lags and freezes, Afsik and Rocky still fighting each other. 10 to go now, officially, so if Rocky were to win this, he needs to keep those CCs low, pray that Afsik gets more of them, and keeps to the lead. Gold here, still a lapped car, trying to fight with Carl. So not too sure as to the reasoning behind that, but yeah, bizarre old day it has turned out to be. Afsik unfortunately now getting more towards the lead. I think Rocky has used up all of his tyres. Breaking news, Carl gets a 10-second penalty for CCs. So Carl now has 15 seconds worth of penalties. Definitely risking a podium here. Flo also has a 5-second. Mihailo has a ton. So Carl is going to need to finish 15 seconds in front of... Well, 10 seconds in front of Flo and 15 seconds in front of Denvy for his podium to really stand out and stay. As it is, we might actually get a disqualification here in a second, which would be absolutely insane. First disqualification for corner cuts ever in the league, so... There's not really much to talk about apart from Flo and Mihailo starting to fight each other here. As well as them catching up towards the rear of Andre here. There's quite a few people in the higher CC ranges now. So you could expect to see more penalties flowing in towards the end of the race. I get another message as Dutchy now gets a 5-second penalty. The man in P9 getting a penalty there. He is too far ahead of the car behind, given the fact he's a lap ahead. If there is a lap between them, then we can't really give out a proper penalty because of, they're so far ahead. Wowee. The next man to get lapped in this race would appear to be Eric. So, man currently sat 7th without a penalty, mind you. He's could be hopefully finishing the race without getting passed here by anyone. But Flo and Mihailo still fighting. Mihailo really unable to fight this because of his penalty. No matter what, he is falling behind some people. And, well, if I were Denvi, a podium could be on the cards if he hurries up. Because if we add 15 to what Carl's time is, it would be a 21. So if I were Denvi, I would start doing some quali laps and maybe try not to get any more CCs. As Nox is pitting, Kaz is pitting here. As he jumps out, jumps back in, he's going to continue going. He's going to be passed by quite a few people here. Blue flags for him as Afsik and Rocky getting towards him. I'm getting nervous with CCs now, so... Oh, he crashes Kaz, so not exactly the best of weekends for him. Carl just behind here, coming to hopefully overtake him. Gold trying his best. Flo re-overtakes Mihailo there. Sorry, that took a second for me to register in my head what happened there. All I saw was a change of position and something to happen. But if I were Denvi, I'd really be trying to speed up and force my way closer towards that front pack. Because if Carl makes a big mistake and Denvi doesn't get a penalty, I think more crucially here, he could be on for a podium here today. So he could go back-to-back P3s in the leagues he's done today, which would be quite cool. Something you could brag about to your mates, that. Eric, blue flags. You've got a very fast Afsik and a very fast Rocky coming up behind you. Some people really, really like this track. I can see why. It's been a really nice race. So, Flo and Mihailo keep changing positions, and I believe at the moment Denvi could be on for a podium. So, if Denvi can maintain this level of gap, or make it even better, he could be finishing on the podium. Of course, he wouldn't be a 5-second penalty in the race. I'd need to just work out everything the moment they cross the line. By that, I would delete the timing line once everyone has crossed it officially. But, my word, this could be a very nice race for someone. Especially given the fact they're done in P6. If they can get a podium from that, that would be astronomically great. So Flo only has a 5-second penalty. So if Flo keeps corner cutting, which he's not exactly doing, it might not be a podium for Denvi, as Denvi's for some reason jumped the two of them. So Denvi could actually be on the cards for a podium here. This pace has come out of nowhere. Nubby is swearing at us. Kaz DSQ. Kaz, bring it into the pit lane, mate. Too many CCs. Kaz, you're out. Kaz, disqualification. CC limit. Kaz DSQ. What? Kaz backwards. Rocky no going backwards. Rocky 5-second penalty as well, so Denvi could really be on the cards for a podium. I think Rocky will keep the podium. I don't think he'll get the win unless something major happens to Afsik. But I'm sure Rocky will be happy with a P2 at his home race. A home podium always makes things better, even if you do lose a win. But the real question is, can Denvi hold on to score a podium here and not get a penalty for it? I'm actually shaking at the moment. My leg is shaking like crazy. Nubby, if you could update the penalty list. No, Rocky does. If I look at the CC limits, yeah, Rocky does. Yeah, Rocky does have a time penalty. Kaz is the first disqualification this season. Kaz jump out. Kaz jump out. Kaz jump out. You can leave. Thank you. Keep shutting and opening chat. Your car gets deleted, it doesn't go in the garage. because randoms join and then they try to drive the cars and then it just creates more problems than it solves. So, first ever disqualification in the league. AF6 on lap 37 of 38, 1 to go for him. Mihailo Carl, 15 seconds of penalty. Flo, Dutchy, Rocky, 5 seconds. And I doubt AF6 are going to be able to get a penalty in the last lap. So, I think it's safe to say it is going to be a first win in the league for the pole of AF6. It's also looking likely it's going to be a Polish one too. It's also going to be looking likely that Denvi could get a podium here. Of course, everything will need to be 100% confirmed, and Mahailo's going to be finishing P6, and Flo's probably going to be finishing P5 here, so I think it's a safe bet to say the finishing order is almost fully confirmed. The major change that would happen would be Denvi jumping ahead of Carl. But anyway, it will be AF6. Once you cross the line, please slow down as well. But it will be AF6 coming to the start-finish line here to take his maiden victory and to win his home E-Prix. The Polish race winner wins his home race. Rocky will undoubtedly finish second. Carl is going to come across the line in P3. Eric finishes P7. Gold will cross the line in P8. Denvi, though, is he on the podium? I'm going to need to whip out a calculator for this. Denvi is... It's a 22. Denvi is on the podium! Denvi finishes P3 due to the penalty for Carl. You heard it here first. Denvi is P3. Denvi finishes third, and I'm sure he's absolutely ecstatic to hear that sentence because of the 15th place penalty incurred by Carl. Denvi is P3. Flo finishes P5, and Mihailo finishes P6. Top 3, make your way to the pit lane. Oh my, that was a frighteningly close race finish. Oh, my word, Denvi's probably going to be celebrating that like nobody's business. Yeah, if you're not in the top 3, go to the right as you guys look at it. Go to the right. Top 3, go to... not top 3, go to the right. Everyone else, go to the... yeah, not top 3, go left. Everyone else, go right. So, Denvi, you're on the podium, my friend. And I think Shelvers has won the title from this, but I will need to double check. You can find that out in the Discord, which will be linked below later. That is my private DMs, and I should not be showing that.